So here we are in North America at Fort Severn. Fort Severn. And hey, it's the Freedom, still intact after the Frost Brothers said they blew up and killed everybody. And here's Karis asking Jamil, the captain, about the Moonracer's movements. And he says Witz and Royby are investigating it. And here's Tonya. Got incoming message from him, and they found the Deanna Counter's main camp 40 kilometers west of the city. And Jamil's like, alright, come on back. Sarah here asks if he thinks the Moonracer are going to take Fort Severn by force, and Jamil knows that Deanna is trying to pursue peaceful negotiations, and so he doesn't think it's going to come from their side, but new Federation policies are going to force the hands of her soldiers. And Tonya realizes that, so the Deanna want to avoid a conflict with the new Federation, so they're going to go after an autonomous region like Fort Severn. Quite the rotten thing to do. And because of that autonomy, we're not going to expect any help. And so it's all up to us to defend the city, but Karis is willing to fight anyone, all comers, to preserve their freedom. And Tonya says that's he's grown a lot from his cold attitude when they fought in the past. And then Karis says, well, if it's changed, it's because the Freedom's crew, including Garrett and Tifa. And he remembers, because he's an artificial new type, he'd lost his heart. He'd reduced to a tool for other people's plans. And other people risked their lives to help him out. And there's Shingo, who's like, yeah, but Garrett's been breaking since before, he's been missing since before the Break the World. And the Frost Brothers blew up the Freedom, and they defeated us and took Tifa. And then Tony's like, yeah, it's not going to be the same today, though, because Witz and Royby had a real power up, haven't they? And Jamil's like, yeah, we don't have Garrett's help anymore, but we're going to help Fort Severn as much as possible. And Karis is grateful. He did call for added troops, but he's going to need to rely on us, like the Freedom crew. But Jamil was hoping to make contact with the Moonrace, because Tifa gave him premonition long before the breaking of the world, saying, one day the Queen of the Moon and I shall touch the truth together, and the butterfly shall fly towards the future. Which is certainly a thing. And the Queen obviously is going to be Deanna, but who knows what the rest could mean. I know. But Jamil wouldn't have expected things to turn out like this. Sarah wonders if we might find Tifa with Deanna, and then maybe we could get her back, but Jamil thinks it's more likely that the new Federation have her. Because the Frost Brothers were UNE, so they probably just got grandfathered in. And it's like, what do they need new types for? Jeez! And Karis inwardly is like, Garrett, where the hell are you? Really use your strength right now. Your fucking moon Gundam with the moonbeam. And elsewhere, aboard the Soleil, here's Kiel as Deanna. Again, you can tell because of the little reflection in her eyes. Asking Phil about the Deanna Countess' deployment to Fort Severn, and he says that they're ready to build the garrison. She never gave orders to that end, and she wanted to negotiate with the town's government, and Phil claims it was an unseen judgment call, and apologises for disobeying her command. Milan thinks it's only natural that they'll get angry at this, but it'll help in the negotiations. And Kiel as Deanna, it's just a blatant display of power, and will only provoke an unfavourable reaction. And Milan's like, yeah, I get why you would think that, but the new Federation sees us as any other hostile nation. And that's a result of the contempt felt by the humans that hold the positions of power in said Federation. The Coordinators, the Space Noids, the Space Revolutionary Army, Moonrace makes no difference to the Feds. The nuances behind the return to Earth are impossible to convey with the dialogue as it is now, and with the Feds in firm control of the Sun Belt, the Moonrace has no choice but to look elsewhere. Deanna doesn't really like looking the same way the Federation does, though. But Phil says there's no other way, and Milan is like, he's right. As the negotiations drag on, we're losing soldiers and resources. If things go like this, we'll have to mobilise Gingham's forces. And that would be fucking bad, actually. So Phil says the Deanna Counter believed in this homecoming, and please allow them to seize the Promised Land with their own hands. But still, Kiela's Deanna doesn't budge and is like, no. Dialogue, thanks. She says anything won by force is destined to be lost to greater force, and she'll not see her people mired in a world of endless conflict. And if the negotiated soda produces results, she's ready to consider returning to the moon. Milan is like, ugh. And he just tells Phil to call the troops back. And he's like, absolutely. Then inwardly he's like, I'll be damned if I'm going to pull back after all it took to secure that garrison. And Milan is like, if Lady Deanna insists on following this unrealistic idealism, me and Phil will just have to think things over. And then Kiela's Deanna calls over Harry and asks about where the Inglesa militia are. But both them and Gwen have been missing since the break of the world, and Harry hasn't found anything. It seems after opposing the UNE, the new Federation stepped in and just took Inglesa. And Harry figures Gwen's a very skilled man, and he was probably branded an outlaw by the government. And Deanna's like, the beautiful nation of Inglesa annexed by the Federation. But she wants Harry to continue looking. And then Deanna says she'd like to thank those who defended the Promised Land, and Harry promises to dedicate all his energy to fulfilling this task. And then, inwardly, old Kiel is like, oh, jeez. Lady Deanna has been months since we started this little game and switched places. Oh, jeez. I've learned enough from the libraries to keep up the trick, but the truth's going to come out sooner or later. Please, just hurry up before that day comes. Meanwhile, Harry is just peeping. And so, at the Deanna counter camp, Poe's getting all the troops together, just received from Phil the go-ahead to invade Fort Severn. And they're all raring to go, and they're going to turn this into their new Promised Land. And Poe warns the town will have its troops defending it, but their pride cannot falter, so the attack begins in 3 hours. And nearby is Corin Nanda. He's had a rough time of it. And he's going to be leading the conscripts, and he complains that it sounds like it's going to be trouble, and Poe is like, I was told he was only recently released from cryogenic imprisonment and then sent to Earth. And you also heard he's dangerous, so he should be more than enough to fight some Earthlings. But in any case, Corin wants to see his underlings, and they're right nearby. First one would be Rand Travis, but people call me the Heat. And Corin is like, yes, you are no ordinary man. And Rand's like, same to you, bud, you seem pretty wild. And he does the Heat pose, and Poe's like, whoa, what's this wave of hot air? And here's Anil. And he's like, hey, it's me, Anil L. I'm here. Anil L. And Corin is like, consider having both a brute and a cute girl in the team. And if it's Setsuko's, he's like, wow, 2 babes. But Poe says their unit's going to be acting on their own, so they leave the tactics to his discretion, and Corin already can't wait. Poe does say, remember that you're part of the Deanna counter and act accordingly. But he's like, and hey, Rand Travis, I remember you from the attack on Nox. And like, ignore your participation, but if you're going to do any tricks, I won't hesitate to shoot you in the back. He's like, oh yeah, sure thing. She's like, well, anyway, good luck. And so, Rand asks what their job is, and Corin says, simple, squash anything that comes nearby. And looking at Rand, he figures that's right up his alleyway. And Rand's like, I won't deny it. He says, hey, should it come out, stay away, that's my prey. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, the Gundam. And Rand's like, wow, got people with Gundams, huh? I wonder what that could be. And so Rand asks Anil to, he's like, hey, didn't you go after Garrett in Inglesa? And she's like, He's like, no, I remember that voice anywhere. And she gives him the evil eye. He's like, hey, relax, I'm not going to bother you right now. You shouldn't meddle in the business between a man and a woman. And she's like, well, you're a good man. He's like, nah, you're just not my type. And she asks if he's with Garrett, and he says they got separated in the old break the world thing. And she's like, why the hell are you doing mercenary work for the moon race? He's like, I just need the money for the travel. He's like, that's a weird reason to join the moon race. And he's like, well, I want to take a look at their intel and hopefully find someone. And she goes, who? And he goes, keep things simple, just say my fiance, more or less. But, you know, she's like, that doesn't really explain anything. But he asks what she's doing here, and if there's something that she could be doing instead. She's like, she used to get along with stuff like this. He's like, well, why not work for Fort Z Rand then? He's like, you know, a few things that happen there, and she can't really show her face around there anymore. Her aunt's like, sorry, I hope I didn't, like, open an old wound or something. And she's like, don't worry about it. It was my fault it happened. And she's like, and then Rand just tells her to live through this, and then she might just meet Garrett again. She's like, yeah, you too. You live, and then you'll get your thing. And then he does the big, yeah, you too, the heat. And he's like, yep. She's like, oh my god, this guy. So we reach scenario 14, The Gathering Strangers. So here's the Freedom crew. They detected the Deanna Counter's approach and his wits. And then, oh damn, they're finally attacking. And his Karis is like, yeah, if they break through, they'll open fire in the city. And he's the only member of the 47 Corps that can assist. And then Royby promises to work his butt off because they already got paid for this. Tonya tells him to give it their soul. And Kid, the mechanic, who definitely isn't just fucking duo. He's like, I've finished upgrading the Leopard and the Airmaster. They're going to be great. So here come the Moon Race. And they're like, wow, look at all these boys. They're coming out to play. So many, big and small. Must be mercenaries, not just the Moon Race. Poe gives the order to attack and remove the only obstacle. And then Rand is just like, damn, despite their enthusiasm, this is more a raid than anything else. And Hill spots the two Gundams, and then Corrin's like, eh? Nah, those aren't Gundams. Gundams are white. He's like, what? He goes, I remember Gundams. In the past, they'd always show up at times like these to fight. But they're not going to be here. This is boring as hell. He's like, what? And so he just leaves. He's gone. Poe gets really upset with Corrin Nanda, mate. Frickin' Corrin Nanda. Is he running from the enemy? And then it was like, damn, useless commander. Well, it's up to us to cover for him. It's like, yep. And then Anil does recognise the Freedom and can't believe she's run into them at a place like this. You know, where they fucking live. They attack. And so the SR point is clear the map by turn 6, by the end of turn 6 player phase. So let's go over our crew, shall we? So we got Royby and the Gundam Leopard Destroy. It's got all of the guns. +1 range is the leadership bonus. He's okay. Good squaddy. All of the guns. The Airmaster. It's wits. It's fast, +1 movement, +20% money. Good squaddy. We've got the Freedom with Jamil, Sarah, Tonya, Shingo. So Jamil's got new type level 1, blocking and some stuff. That's weird that the thing Ian can't block, but he's got blocking. Wonder what's going to happen with that guy. And so Jamil is light in Dragonar, Japanese Raiden from Metal Gear Solid, he's Mashimir. Tonya is Masato in Evangelion, Asagi in Sailor Moon, Vega in Dendo, just in everything. And Shingo is Dayaka in Gurren Lagann. And it's the Glomar, it's a repair and resupply ship. It doesn't have an all attack, but it's got more pilots. And Jamil is like an actual fucking good pilot. You got Karis, who's a lovely little artificial new type boy in the Vertigo. It's like the ex-Kublai. He's got the old sword cut, he's got blocking. His leadership bonus plus 10% evasion, and he's voiced by Yuko Mizutani, who's Excella, Alfimi Lemon, fucking just everybody. And pretty good. Will eventually fall behind, and he's got a good all and a good try, so he'll be fine. Gundam Leopard Destroy. Yeah, he's Marion Ray gun, but only in Z. Because it's Kumi Yamazaki. He's Archibald Grimms in OGs, George Desand in G Gundam. And Wits is Zoro One Piece, Waka in Final Fantasy in Japan. And his quality material, Wits flies around, he's good with aerial squads. Some of his attacks are like even bad on the ground, right? Like the nose beam cannon is only a B, and his all attack, the Buster Rifle, is only a B. But this boy's got fly, he can fly and accelerate, and this boy has got long range sniping moves that's ammo based, and they're strong. And over on the other side we've got the big boy Rand, who's rude as shit. Do we have a scan? We do not have a scan. Oh no, we do have a scan on top now. Good. Oh, can we just look at Rand? Because we know Rand's deal. Good. There he is. There's the boy himself. 2 Haros. This boy desperately wants hitting away, right? Yep. Expected that. So, the world being what it is, it's only natural people try and take what they want by force. Still, it's a shame. I didn't think Deanna Chick could go along with the violent option. Gun, let's go, Gun Leon. That's why I did flash on everybody. Avoid the Randmaster. But we'll have to reset. Brunon knows he had to reset because Rand fucking crit him. Like so. Didn't expect much, but Kid did some good work. Let's go, fellas. Get a good look at the power of the reborn Air Master. Think like that ain't never gonna hit me. Let's go, Star. Earthlings, how dare you? secret here, but we don't have to engage with that just yet. Let's see what we can do. Sport defense. Fort Severn is our town. I'll protect it, not because someone ordered me to, it's because of what I chose to do.
確かに早い。ですがそれまでです。ビットよ、僕の敵を撃て。
Yeah, you fold the arms up to be the little shoulder binders of the Kugelay. And shoot out with the little funnels, the bits. I don't like that at all. Yeah, we'll do it that way around because we want big boy damage from the sport attacks. Burning up.
お客様にはスマイル、敵にはお返しだ。分厚い装甲もこいつなら一コロだ。よっしゃー。
It's coming for me. I'm not calling him the name. It's the heat. He's bringing the heat.
希望結構やってくれますね。
このままだと囲まれる。突破。ダビル、仕事も恋もいい叩きだぜ。好きにはさせないよ。
Full of missiles. Yeah, like this one, huh? Beautiful, beautiful. Which means this boy attacking him should get the pop. And which means he should be okay. As long as he gets the pop, he's okay. You're mine. Never mind, Rand's tough as fucking balls. Charge! There's dead fucking wits right there. As evidenced by the dynamic kill. the other guy. So Roy B is like, thanks kid, with this new leopard I can really go all out. Now then, how about we go destroy stuff, just like it says in the name. Just a very elaborate, just animation. 2 Haros. Beautiful. Blow up Rand, he heals up. He's like, I ain't done yet. And then so detects a ship approaching. Tonya wonders if it's enemy reinforcements. Gringo gets the new type Glingo. He's like, what? This feeling? It's all of our friends! See, Diva? Told you it was the Freedom. What do you mean? So everyone's like, wow, look at it, wow, amazing. Everyone's like, wow, it's the GX Garrett, bro. God, that fucking Garrett guy is back. He's like, wow, it's the Royby. The Frost Bros said that they killed you guys. And it's just like, yeah, we're immortal now, aren't we? And Royby says, as long as there's money and beautiful women in the world, they'll always be immortal. So LG introduces them to the Inglesa militia, and Carius asks everybody for their help. And Garrett is like, oh, yeah, nice. And Garrett's like, yeah, I was hoping we'd meet again. And Garrett's like, you can relax now that we're here. We'll get the Moonrace out of here. Quinn is like, dang, Moonrace, picking on an independent community to avoid the new Federation. Lauren, obviously, isn't happy with us, though. And Diana's KL, again, you can tell because of the reflection in the eyes. Asks if it's too hard for Lauren to fight them. And he says, well, he's saddened to see this happen after his 2-year-long mission. He's going to fight the moon race as long as they insist on taking the Earth by force. And obviously, she thinks it's wonderful. So Shay yells in to keep his hands away from her sister. And he's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. She's the one who wanted to get inside the turn A with me at the last moment. And Kiel is like, so Shay, I just wanted to see what a battle was like with my own eyes. He's like, yeah, well, you could have seen from the Iron Gig. Yeah. And Joseph's here in a bourgeon of his own. And he tells everyone to quit talking while they're enemies. And Govan may have lost his country when the new Federation confiscated it, but he ain't gonna stand for the Moonrace stealing stuff either. And Dana had hoped to slip aboard and change places back with Kiel, but the Soleil's not here, so that means the battle must be happening against her orders. And Gainer and Gain both recognise the gun Leon and they're like, Rand is alive! Euron and Chill try to get in touch with their buddy. And Poe's like, what is this? Are they up to some tricks? And Rand's like, what the? No, you need to read the situation before calling to someone. He's like, anyway, this whole battle's turned into a mess, so I want to try talking to him again. And Poe's like, what the hell? Don't question my orders. Did you both? Yeah, did you infiltrate my ranks to spy on the Moonrace? And then Rand's like, what? And Poe's mad as hell and is like, duh, not only did Corrin escape, but one of his subordinates was a spy all along. So he blasts at Rand and he's like, what the hell? He's steady on me. He's steady on me. This hysterical woman, what the hell? Flipping her shit, going ballistic, what the hell? And then Poe's like, those were warning shots. If you want to prove you're innocent, then take the enemy out. The only reason I hired you because I heard rumors you were a real demon of destruction. And he's like, well, if you're gonna talk to me like that, then I ain't sticking around. And then it was like, hey, what are you waiting for? I figured you didn't like doing this job in the first place. You're just not cut out for it, huh? So, leave before she changes her mind. And they're like, thanks. Thanks, cutie. I'm out. Wink. And then they're like, what the hell are you doing? And he goes, hey, you want to hear about my crazy super spectacle adventures? The spectacle super, yes, spectacular adventures. It's spectacle adventures. They are spectacular after all. And Gain's like, you can tell me at the bar tonight. And he's like, same as ever, Gain. I'm glad, hell yeah. And it was like, is this guy alright? And Garrett's like, yeah, he's a cool friend. And Garrett's like, okay, so you're gonna follow our orders? And Rand goes, absolutely. You can call me the Heat. And Garrett's just like, and Rand's like, oh, you're a pretty cool guy, huh? And then Garrett is like, hey, Garrett, come on over. So, I'm gonna form a squad. Jimmy orders Wits and Royby to do the same. Just gets Wits off the front line, like, good grief. So, bonk. Bonk. And Tanya's glad that things are turning our way, but Sarah sees something coming. Corin, you're back! There it is. Huh? Right there. What? None? What? It's a Gundam! And Laura's like, wait, what? You calling White Dollar Gundam? And then it's like, oh, that's Corin Nanda, who released this man from the cryogenic prison. And so Poe tells him she'll ignore his escape and tells him to take everyone out. And Corin's like, you don't need to tell me that. All Gundams are my prey. And then Anil's like, no way, the GX is mine. And then Garrett is like, wait, that's Janice. That's the Janice. That's Anil. And Rand is just like, Garrett, I don't think she's really our enemy. Like, can't we stop fighting? And Garrett's like, I don't want to fight her either. I don't know if she's listening. Well, listen, but I'm going to talk to her again. And as for Corin, he goes a payback for the Gundams. So there's a secret here, which is Garrett has to convince Anil and she has to not get blown up. But here's a special little friend now. There's Corin Nanda in the Egale. He's pretty rude. His leader bonus is plus 10% accuracy and takes 10% less damage. He's tough, he's got Prevail level 5, he's got Ignore size difference, so even though he's just a little dude, he's gonna bonk you up. He's got low defenses, not much range, not much HP, but you gotta take him out. When you go after him, you gotta take him out. Yeah, and so Gundam X Secret, point 3, Anil must be alive at the end of the mission, and point 4, have Garrett who's convinced. And we got the other 2 points before, so nice. If you do in Setsukuru, you gotta do this and get a bunch of SR points. But here's the boy, he's rowdy now. Let's see what Double Haro Rand can do.
国をバックに偉そうにしてんのは夏井倉庫もこいつなら一番だ。行くぜ。各部チェック。まだ戦える。
It's you, Gundam, Mr. Gundam. Gundam-chan. Found you, Gundam. This guy, just like I thought, he's calling the White Dollar Gundam. So in my head there's a memory of a Gundam screwing me over, you know. I want to erase that. You have a problem with Gundams? Is it a memory from before his cryogenic prison? Yeah, that's why I'll be taking you down, Gundam. Look at him, he's a little man. Lady Anna, who wants to fight? Poor Corin.
白ひげのガンダムぶっ壊してやるぜ
White Mustache Gundam Destroyer. I saw it. It came at me. Nice. Okay, and then, unfortunately for us, Sarah takes some more guys coming in. New Federation Army. And some UNE troops. Let's use the G-Unit make it out into... I don't think so. I think he just gets the... He gets this, and he gets the Kapul with the club. Old Corin and... But yeah, it's the Frost Brothers. And Olber tells Shaggy that he's only fought in the snow 4 times before, despite the name. And that was simulation, but that was more... And Shaggy's like, yeah, more experienced than me. And they wanted to make use of the chaos, but, you know, ran into their prey instead. And here's Garrett, and they're like, oh yeah, if those guys are here, that means Tifa's inside the Iron Gear. So we'll take her, and then we'll take the Fort Severn research data on new types too. Karis gets in touch and introduces himself and says that their presence here is can be interpreted as either an act of aggression or attempt to interfere with their self-governance. Or carrying Nautilus. Oliver is like, so what are we going to do? So which is it? And Shai goes, both are right. Just starts blasting. Then the moon rays start firing back. And Gainer's like, oh jeez, the world's got real wild. It's crazy out here. Holy shit, piss. Again, is like, yeah, but no time to chat. We need to box some heads. But whoever comes around, Garrett's not letting anyone take Tifa. And so 6 turns to clear the map, and to finish this mission, you need to shoot down Poe, Corin, and one of the Frost Brothers. So you can't get both unless you map attack them. And the only map attack we got is the Iron Gears one. Platoon attack
お前動くなよこうなったらやるっきゃないそこだ
This boy really out here supporting himself.
第一なら遅れは取らんさ
This abortion on Joseph. He's not as good as Gavanna's pilots go, but he's got accelerate. Fuck the man. It's like still in the fucking tread. Yeah. They're gonna fight each other and blow each other up. I just hope that Neil runs over towards Garrett. Charging with me again then. Okay, and so we've got Poe up here, I believe. Talking shit. No. Okay, no. We've got versus the guy, but not. No, looks like we don't have this. Just Poe talking shit. But she's like, oh, Lady Diana, I gotta do this impression for the moon race for Lady Diana.
ザコは叩き潰す
バカどもが戦力差も計算できんのか
Fucking idiot. You got one less power to do with that. There we go, good. Oh, good. She's trying to also blow herself up.
もう諦めなあなたはここまでよ
どうやって避ければいいんだよ調子に乗るなよ
あら今何か当たったか
You're reaping my biscuits.
白ひげのガンダムぶっ壊してやるぜ。
Gonna smash ya.
そんなのに当たりませんよ。ごめんなさい。
Go down outside. I'm sorry.
Well,
yeah, no, this is getting interesting.
よし絞り込む。俺たちから逃げられると思うな。
Anime now? Yeah, it's been anime almost 3 hours anime.
公式が通用しない相手なの
We
か。
had all the wild little jokers and all the little weirdos. We even had a little man voiced by Lelouch hanging out. And Koji Kabuto did not die in lava. Real mature. Quit hearing me, then. How about now?
これで終わりにしてやる。
Oh no, they're doing a try attack! They've killed the little dumplings. Oh, and here come the fucking Frost Bros. No, fuck that. Defend. So there's Jamil. Seconds to be up. Blast the new Federation. With their overwhelming forces, they're simply taking away the people's freedom in the name of order. Well, I won't allow them to do as they please with the new types or the world.
先に攻撃させてもらうよ。
敵フリーデンを集中的に狙ってきています。
そう簡単に。
No one stop us. Can Garrett go over to Neil now? Good. Come over, talk to Neil. Stop it, Neil. We got no reason to fight. Even if you don't, I do, and that's all that matters. Just because I didn't pick you? That's right. We need each other to dispel the loneliness we feel. And despite that, you chose that Tifa girl. You'll kill me for that? That's gonna satisfy you? Yeah, it will. If I can't have you, then I'll erase you with my own hands. But I don't want to fight you! And now all we need to do is just keep her alive. The mission.
もともと殴り合いのためについている手足だ。見ているよ。
Get your eyes on this one, baby. Guy, gun.
悲しい女なんだ。こんなやつは確か以下のパイロットだ。
I'm such a bad man like me. Drops the manual. Yep, so it gets you full XP and PP even if you put it on a squaddy guy at the back. And she's just like, ugh, lost here, I have a huge impact on the Diana counter. I'm so shitty and bad. After Phil chose me to lead the attack. So she leaves, and so do the regular troops, but not Corin, obviously. And she's like, yeah, they did it, the Moonrise guys left. And so she's like, yeah, no matter how many times they come back, we'll beat them away again. And Gavan's like, wow, Lady Soshi, nice attitude, very gung-ho. And Johnny's like, dang it, I missed my chance to contact the Soleil. And Corin versus this boy, he's like, wow, not the Gundam, beautiful. And then Gar's like, there's 2 Gundams on those guys on their side? And he's like, no, Gundams are white. He's like, fucking guy, shut the fuck up. No, do not attack that lady. You've got one job, not attack that lady. We'll all attack, but stay in try formation, so he can try as the counter attack.
ウォーカーマシーンより性能が上でもな。要は腕の問題なんだよ。
You're showing out, buddy. Got a real problem on your hands now that me and my walking machine's there. Sorry. Essential. Oh. Nice apogee motor, very nice. Two levels for Lauren, very nice. And so Cry's like, what the hell? I am done, Gundam. I'm gonna keep fighting. And so she's like, what's with this guy? And so Diana's Kiel asks Lauren to move the white doll closer. So, okay, like, do it. She's like, alright, sure. And then opens up and she's like, hey, Corin Nanda. The Queen. And she thanks him for his service, but says his mission is over. And she asks Corin Nanda to retreat. And he's like, but I don't get it. There's still a Gundam right there. She's like, the Gundams have mustaches? They don't. So please, thank you, but I order you to retreat, and I'll have you executed if you don't comply. And he's like, what? He's like, I'll do it. He's like, Diana Soleil, everything I've done was for your sake. And then he leaves. And Lauren is just like, Kiel, He's like, what's that? I heard about this man from Diana in Inglesa, and because we look so much alike, I figured that I would confuse him. It's like, wow, that's really good. And so she's like, wow, that's amazing. It's like, thank you, Zoshi. And Lauren's like, wow, Kiel's as awe-inspiring as the real Diana. That's crazy. And to be fair, that is crazy. The moon's out. The moon. No! Not fighting you, lady. Knock it off. And now, why are you still coming at me, you fucking lunatic? So we don't have them a second time. Don't wanna fight you with you. Z Rand. Prevail level 7 on that man. Strong boy. And then we'll try as the counter to blow these fellas up. I wish I was in. Try Transport fin, that will do. Great. Scary. I'll defend rather than hope for that 1% dodge. Okay, this is Shagya. So, you survived Break the World. Can't help but be impressed by your stubbornness. That's my line. I would have been damn happy if you'd just been warped to another world. Meeting you like this may be something of a divine omen, I think. That is, the girl, Tifa Adil, will be ours today. Ain't gonna happen. Meeting me here only means you're gonna get your butts kicked. And so we should get the lovely cut in, the dreamy boy cut in a Shagya. Prepare yourself for counter. It's the chest break. Boing. Amazing, incredible. Oh god, I'm fucking blasted. Not yet, not yet. I ain't done. In the turn 6 player phase to clear the map, which means we got till then to blow up one of these guys. If we get both the low, we can get with the map attack. Blow up both of them, but that's rough. So screw module and the high spec radar. I think we're gonna want the high spec radar. Connect, go! Who's the captain here? It's a monster. Try formation. Shoulder beam cannon. That does not right. You're lying.
追いつけるものか。チャンスは逃さない主義でね。あんたら相手が悪かったね。ここまで。
Oh G7、ここまでか。No, it's now. Origin on bazooka. Thanks, Joseph.
こっちだって場数は踏んでいるからな。
I'm gonna give him the big boom.
機体のバランスが取れん。
Oh no, my balance now. for the big boy.
いいとこ見せようじゃないの。
And then this is all about. Oliver, today's curtains for you. Let's end this right now. Sorry, but to us, you're not even worthy of consideration. What? The protector of our target, Tifrado. Nothing more than an obstacle. Yeah, and I'll protect her by taking you both out. And if Lauren gets to talk to either of them, they seem to know about the white doll. And he's like, what do you know about the tell me about the damn... Tell me about the damn stuff. Please. You attack to blow them both up. It's fine, Rand's tough. Try on the 37%. Machine gun. I fucking got him, so it worked out. So if we stand here, we can get ourselves and the bozos. with them, I think. No, he counted, but that's fine. You gave him the slam. Bam. Thank you, man. Gainers up here. The UNE was taken in by the new Federation. Does this mean the extra repression will get even worse? Get your head in the game, Gainer. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna get hit. Yeah, I know, but you're the one out in the open, so be careful too. Well, I guess so. Incredible. Love to do damage to him, man. Me and Galia. So me and the Galia are men. We won't lose even against cutting edge mobile suits. Chiron, I'm here too. Poor Chiro. Have a mercy. We've got until the start of next turn to do it, so how good's the map attack? Not that good, alright. Got two mercies actually. Definitely unusable. Like 192 skill versus 191. Okay. And 192. Okay. Karis definitely can't, right? Yeah. 187. Yeah. So he can. All right. I don't think it's necessary. But... His crew end up as sort of the one Rand party that was. Like these ones are like mostly the ones from his starting route. Like it's just the thing that's him, but you end up with everybody, right? Leave me the fuck alone, lady. I need you to live. Yeah, like Gundam X turning, Kingaina, and Zabungle was just like that's Rand's route and stuff. Okay. Let's try it then, let's try it. Let's see if we can get cheeky. I don't think it's gonna do 2000, but we can but see. These bozos up. Nailed it. It's the power of the Iron Gear, baby. Yep, so Oprah's like, how dare you? And Shaggy is like, no, knock it off, Olber. And yeah, it's going to take time for them to figure out how to perfect their rides. Wits and Roy be like, no, we're not going to give you the chance. We're going to take you down. And then Shaggy's like, no need to be so hasty. Our fight has just begun. So both brothers agree to leave, but Shaggy promises Garrett don't meet again. And when that happens, they'll be taking Tifa. And then that one guy that's left leaves too. And then the guy like, dang it, they're still gonna kidnap Tifa, what the hell? And then Jamila's like, what are they and the Federation want with new types anyway? And then Anil figures she should be on her way as well. And Garrett's like, hey Anil, can you please stop coming after me now? And she's like, nope, I'm gonna kill you, dude. Remember that. And she leaves, and Garrett is like, dang it, why can't she understand? Why doesn't she get it? I don't want to blow her up. And so the Diana counter and the UN have pulled back, and Karis is very grateful for everyone helping him. And Garrett's happy to help. And Kiel, who's Diana, is silent, and inwardly she's thinking, yeah, she's like, Lauren's like, oh, yeah, you thinking about Corin? He's like, I figured he was a really weird guy talking about the white doll and stuff and holding a grudge against Gundam like that. And then inwardly she's like, damn, if Corin was released, it must be the handwork of that man. Then the entire Earth could become a battlefield. And then so Kiel, as Diana gets word that the forces sent to Fort Severn were all destroyed, and Milan says it was a preemptive strike by the Fort Severn security force with help from the Federation. And Phil is like, see, the Earthlings are trying to get rid of us. And then Diana says, couldn't it be that our forces attacked first? And he's like, oh, no, absolutely not. She's like, well, I get it. I understand. And it's not an order to attack, but they're going to move to the Gallian continent. And then Milan remembers that the Sunbelt region in North America is the Promised Land, and Diana says, yeah. And the legend says that the Promised Land is forbidden. The people of the area avoided the advanced technology bared out respect for that tradition, but then Gwen came along and excavated it as they descended to Earth. And then came the Break the World thing, and the new Federation just confiscated the Promised Land. It's a clear sign that they intend to resist their return until the end, is what Phil says. And Diana says, nope. Just like the world has changed, we need to do the same. So Milan is like, why leave North America then? Instead of just the Promised Land. And Diana says, Galia is far from the New Earth Federation's control, and there shouldn't be anyone to bump into establishing a new life there. And Milan has heard that the train's pretty rough there, and Diana says, it's easy compared to the state of the Earth when we left it. And Milan's like, alright, fine. Phil, prepare to move all troops. And then Phil internally is like, oh no, Diana cannot be entrusted with the command of the Diana counter anymore. Off he goes, and Kiel as Diana is like, I bought the Earth a little more time without the Moonracer fighting, but I need to use that time to find the real Diana. And then Harry shows up and he reports the Inglesa militia were part of the Fort Severn battle. She asks if Kiel was there, and he confirms that both her and Lauren were present and seem to be in good health. He's like, oh yeah, thank goodness. And it seems they're also headed towards Gallia, which means they run into each other again. And then Harry inwardly is like, Lady Diana, why are you so concerned about them? But either way, she asked them to keep following and telling her about their movements and what they're up to. And aboard the Frieden, everyone's like, hell yeah, guys, you fucking piece of shit. Here comes trouble. Even big warm welcome, they're glad he's alive. And Garrett's like, oh yeah, the Frostbros told me they murdered the shit out of you two, and I believed them. And then Tonya is just like, nah, the Frieden's not that easy to sink. Shingo says that it wasn't easy though, they did do some serious damage to the Gundams. And Sarah says that after that they did some quick repairs, and they were searching for Tifa when Break the World happened. And Garrett's like, wow, tough times all around, huh? Which says here that after it went down, they came to Fort Severn to get help from Karis, and Kid did an overhaul on the Airmaster and the Leopard. And he's like, wow, and he's like, yeah, I didn't think the Gundam boy would have died like that, but I didn't expect you to bring Tifa along. And then Tonya asks how things are going between them, and Garrett's like, I had time to really settle down and do anything because of how crazy the world got. Jamie. And so Jamil's glad to see Tifa safe, and she said it's thanks to Garrett. And Jamil thanks Garrett for taking care of her, and he's like, you don't need that. I only came this far because of your help, and I wanted to keep her safe anyway. And so Sarah's happy for Jamil. It's like, Captain. But Roy B's like, wow, good job he's wearing sunglasses the way you're looking at him. He's like, what? And he's like, don't worry. One day I'll make you look at me like that. One day. He's like, oh, sure. And then the doctor, Tex, comes in, and he's like, no, Tifa's brain seems fine, and probably because of Garrett. And that's when everybody pours in. And Gain is like, oh, Garrett and Tifa, I guess this is going to be goodbye then, huh? And Garrett apologizes, but thanks him for hiring him in the first place and all that jazz. And Gain's like, nah, I get it. I'm just like I'm an extras contractor, we've all got our own stuff to do. And Jamil is like, thank you for helping everybody. And then Jiren's like, so, what you going to be doing? And Jewel's going to be taking the Freedom elsewhere to investigate the new Federation's movements and to keep Tifa safe. And Karis is like, yep, the immediate threat is gone, so you should follow your own path. And Garrett thanks Karis again. And Karis is like, it's fine, this is just for all the help you've given me. And Gwen's going over Galia. And I was just like, what? Go ahead. Master, go ahead. And he's like, with his country taken over by the new Federation, he wants to go to Galia, get enough firepower, and to take it back. And Galia seems like the best place for that, because it's full of fucking wild men. And Jiren's like, hell yeah, I want to go back home after getting teleported over here. And so does Gain and everybody else. They got their exodus they're going on. They do hope Japan's sealing safe. And so Sandrat's and Gain's team are going to be leaving Gwen's employ because they've got the exodus contract to fill, and the UNE ain't going to make it easy. So as soon as they reach Galia, the Iron Gear crew and the militia will go their own separate ways, but Gwen understands. And so Garrett wishes the best for Lauren and adds that he still owes him, while Lauren's like, just keep Tifa safe for me. That's all you gotta do. And so on the UN, on the old internet, they can keep in touch wherever they go, and Gainer hopes that Garrett will send him an email. And Garrett's like, yeah, and tell me when you finally get Sarah's heart, huh? And Gainer's like, and so like, what are you talking about? Nothing. What do you mean? And Garrett's like, oh, jeez, it's gonna be a while, huh? So Gain asks Rand what he's going to be getting up to, and he's like, might as well ask Clouds where the wind's going to take him, bud. And then Jin's like, he's like, but it took forever for us to get up again, you should come with us. And Jin's like, but Mel's missing. And Rand's like, yep, in the Break the World, whoop. It's like, damn, that sucks. He's like, I'm sure I'll find her. I'll travel all across this world with nothing but the clothes on my back, if that's what it takes. And still the old heat smile. Gain asks him, and he's like, nah, I had no clues about the... I don't have any clues about it. I was working with the Diana counter to get the moon race info, but, you know, fart noise on that one. And then Tifa goes around, you'll meet Mel again soon. It's like, what? And Garrett's like, hey, she can see the future in her dreams. That's her special power. And then Rand's like, all right then, Tifa, I'll trust our little oracle. And he's like, hey, Rand, come on the Iron Gear for a while at least. He's like, is that cool, Captain Archie? He's like, of course. As long as you do the repairs. And he's like, sure. At least until we get to the next little business place. I think there's a bizarre thing this time. There indeed is not. Excellent, excellent.